it's Wear Blue for Rescue Month down at Battersea, well, that's why I'm heading down there now to meet up with Lucy Stratton, one of the amazing dog team, to talk about the rise in abandonment for dogs, how they match dogs to their future forever homes, and a whole lot more. I'm Anna Webb. Welcome to A Dog's Life. Yeah, you're a cutie moo.
He loves cuddles. He's just a bit worried of trains.
Is he?
That's all.
What's Bill's story? Do we know?
We have no idea. He came in with either a sibling or a dad. They've been aged at a guess because they both weren't microchipped.
Right,
so
really?
We have no history on them at all. We did split them because they were just rough playing with each other all the time, and then he didn't like it. So we've split them for that reason, and they're doing fine.
So would he be rehomed?
He'll be rehomed on his own. We might rehome him to live with another dog, but he's quite worried of other dogs, whereas the brother or the dad is very friendly, a bit too friendly. Whereas he's more worried, so that's why he's got a couple of scars on his head, which were from the other dog. So
yes,
we've just sort of left him.
So he can come out of himself a bit more, and get his own sort of confidence levels. Really,
yeah, definitely.
He's lovely. Would you say he could be like a Staffy crossed with a Vizsla almost, to get this colour?
We have no idea, literally no idea at all. So it's very much a guess on general competition and how he is as a dog. So we're not sure whether he's Staffy, maybe to get red Staffies, so potentially red Staffy Labrador, red Staffy Rottweiler. Yes. There's been a lot of breeds thrown around, and we're not sure as to what he is, but he's perfect in our eyes. So I cannot fault him at all. Him and his brother or dad is called Ben. So Bill and Ben.
Flower pot.
They are.
Got old enough to remember that.
And a lot of people here have struggled when I've said about it. So I've had to try and explain Bill and Ben a couple of times. But
he is so lovely.
Should we take him to a paddock?
Yes,
yeah, we can
go
head
for
down.
a little walk.
You want to come with everyone, Bill?
Come on, Bill.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's better, isn't it? You guys all right if I let him off?
Yes.
Go on, Lee.
We'll just ignore him and let him come to terms with everything on his own terms.
He might be better if we sit on the bench,
yeah,
and he might come over. He'll probably come over.
Just let him come to us, really. Yeah. No, we don't pressure him there. You see, he's followed us over. Yes. Young man.
There we are.
There. You're going to be in the podcast now. Might find you a home with a listener.
Oh, I hope so. He really deserves it. He's been, nothing but perfect while he's been with us. So.
Yeah, no, Lucy, it must break your heart, doesn't it? Being here at Battersea from time to time, seeing lovely dogs like Bill here. What happened was he just dumped on the doorstep.
So Bill was actually brought into us from a dog warden. So he was found as a stray with another dog. And when he came in with us, it was very much us getting to know him from scratch. We have absolutely no background on him whatsoever, so it was getting our staff to make sure that we're giving him the care and the time that he needs to come out of his shell. And he has come out of his shell a lot. He's still got a worried side, as you saw when we were walking down with him together, but he's making good progress. And with only a week of being here, he's now ready to find a home, so we're really positive about him getting out of here really quickly.
No, that's great. The thing is with bullberries, they can be very stubborn walking, in the best circumstances, So,
definitely.
no, I sympathise, having had Molly, my first miniature bull terrier, she wouldn't hardly walk anywhere, really. She loved black cabs. She enjoyed the bus, loved trains, but actually walking was really, it was quite funny.
Quite tricky sometimes, for sure. And Bill's definitely found it overwhelming because we know roughly where he was found, but we don't know what his experience was like there. So we're having to work with him and try and see what's going to work best for him while he's staying with us, and then what we can advise to a new owner to do. and get them to continue the training that the staff have been working really hard on.
I mean, that's the brilliant thing about rescuing. So I really feel it's mandatory now, because rescues are brimful. Whether it's cats or dogs, and it is that you get the right match.
Yeah.
Because it just seems so no-brainer to me, rather than a risk. Because even the most perfectly bred puppies, you never really know at 8 weeks how what might be latent in that puppy. Speaking for myself and my own miniature bull terrier, who knew her noise sensitivity was going to be off the graph. I say more than Bill's. She'd be not liking this train sound right now, and she was touch sensitive. It's important to handle puppies a lot, if you have that opportunity, and the responsibility of bringing little lives into the world is so important, in terms of temperament and socialization and desensitizing to everything. So, to have all that done for you for free, by Battersea and other agencies, of course.
Oh, of course.
Is something that, can't be, thought of enough, basically.
Exactly, and I do believe a lot of our staff here and all of us, we undergo a lot of induction training. So we have specialists that work on site, specialist behaviourists that work with us to give the staff the training in order to then put it into all the dogs that come into our care. So they are getting the best of the best when they are here, and I'm not being biased by saying that from working here, but it is very much the best of the best for the training, the socialisation. So when an owner does come here, they know what they are getting is what they are getting. We are very honest about everything. We are very proud of that, and the fact that our system works like a matching system. I don't know if anyone's explained that to you with other people that you've met today, but it works like a dating website. So we do get a lot of our dogs go through a way of us getting to know them. Then we then tell our rehoming team, this is what they're like, this is the home that they're looking for. Our matches then come in, they get to meet them, get to know them. We see if they're a good, if they're very compatible together. And if they are, then hopefully we can give them a loving dog, and then we can give a loving dog a home. So
and that's perfect, because the aim is for them not to come back.
Exactly.
That they've often not had the best start. Like with Bill here, nobody knows. You can only speculate, and it's only right that such a wonderful creature has a loving forever home. It's just, what else could it be? I mean, it's so, yes, you.
I was looking at you then when you did that.
I know.
Oh, it's really brave of you.
It was brave,
So brave today.
It is.
Yeah, and it is very much, we will do everything we can to avoid any dog having to come back into our care. We want to make sure it's the right match for every owner that comes here and every dog. So we have a very thorough process to get to know all the dogs that are with us. We have a lot of volunteers that work here, so we have extra socialisation and volunteer foster carers. So we are a huge advocate for fostering, because dogs like Bill here, he has very much been in a home. He is looks very well looked after when he's come into us, so he must have come from a home environment, and our foster carers give us that insight for stray dogs like him. So we cannot stress enough how much we rely on our foster carers, and we're always looking for more. So it's a big part of the work that we do in order to find out as much as we can, so a new owner has that information as well.
So will Bill, do you think, go into foster care for a little while just to get a bit more information on him?
Maybe. I mean, we are very lucky to have facilities here such as home rooms. So we have a very similar setup of living room style setups to make it as a home from home as possible.
With the Hoover on every now and again, and loud
washing
music.
Machine, and the music on. So we do have all of them facilities, so we can operate it if needed. And it's nice to have foster carers because they are very well looked after in our kennels, but it's nice for them to have a bit of respite, a little bit of a holiday if you wish, before they then find their forever home. So
sure, no, absolutely. And it is obviously, rescue is a different breed. I mean, what would you say about that, Lucy?
I think rescue, I know we say it a lot here, it is my favourite breed. I think we wouldn't change any of the dogs that come into our care, no matter what they are. Bill, we have no idea what Bill is, but to us he's, a great rescue dog. He's a great pet, and he will make, any family very, very happy.
And it's so altruistic, I think, to adopt, know, and work through and give dogs a second chance, give
definitely.
the cats a second chance. So it seems rotten looking at him over there. Try not to look at him too much, to accidentally reward any behaviours, that we don't want to reward. But he's great,
He is perfect, and I think it's one of them. Rescuing a dog can help give.
Exploring the plant pots now.
Oh, he loves it. Yeah, we have a lot of herbs and different dog-friendly plants dotted all over site to give dogs a bit of extra enrichment. So that's really nice. We have a load of gardeners that volunteer here, and they have made this London site very green, and it's perfect for a lot of the dogs. And like you said, with their rescuing and how that can sort of give them a second life, it does give owners a second life. I think, like you say, with your dogs, when you bring them into your home, it does give you a lease of life, like a new lease of life. And I've had it myself, rescuing a Battersea dog and fostering Battersea dogs. They help you as much as you help them. So I do think that's the kind of same magic of working with dogs or having dogs in your life.
It is the magic. I mean, it's been going on forever, hasn't it, really? Man's best friend. I just think we all just need to be reminded of the greatness of the dog. And, they are a commitment. They're not a convenience. And I just, we were talking in the cattery area about, buying and selling dogs on the internet, which is just like my biggest hate at the moment. And I just feel it's got to stop. It's got to stop because I think people think on Saturday, oh, yes, let's get a dog, and then and they're even being delivered, I've heard, from far afield, and it's just not on. It's just nuts.
It is a crazy world, but we try our best to try and educate people as much as possible on responsible dog buying, ownership, adopting. We have a lot of information on our website that we try and promote to people that are thinking about getting a dog, and so hopefully more education out there will help steer people in the right direction and look at rescue first before they then look to breeders.
Yeah, no, I think so, and I think that's, you're making such, a good case for it, and obviously, Battersea, well, we've been helping dogs and cats for over 140 years now, I think, so... It's 160,
yes, 160 for dogs.
Oh, that's only where I got that wrong. Yeah, that's it. I mean, any idea how many dogs in that time? It must be
I think it's
thousands.
over 3 million.
3 million?
Yeah.
That's
3.1 million dogs and cats.
That's great, isn't it?
Yeah,
wow, that's quite a figure.
So we are very much an advocate of being there for every animal that comes through the doors, and even ones that don't come through the doors. That's why we do the Wear Blue for Rescue thing. We have that obviously this month and in September. So it's a huge thing for us to just promote it as much as possible to try and help more that come in, and ones that aren't with us, but ones that we can still help. If they're not able to get to us, we can still help in promoting rescue as a whole.
Yeah, definitely, and I guess all the dog wardens around London and in the vicinity will be tuned into, Wear Blue this month as well, definitely. And it must be heartbreaking. Do you ever have to turn any dogs away, or is it a no turn away policy?
So we operate on an open intake policy, so we will help any dog and cat that comes into our care. If we can take them in that day, we can. If we can't, we can't. We operate on an appointment basis, so we operate that way to be able to help everyone as efficiently as possible. So all owners that potentially looking to gift in their dog to us, we will offer them an appointment, and then we can go through the full process, get as much information as possible, and then help them the best way that we can. So that operates at all of our centres, and we found it works massively in being able to get dogs in as quickly as possible by having that appointment service.
Yeah, no, gosh. It must be very difficult when people bring their dogs, they must be quite hard for the people, because I'm sure in some cases they don't necessarily want to let the dog or cat go, but perhaps, where dogs are concerned, maybe it's a bit more heart-wrenching, I don't know.
Yeah.
And so it must be as much about talking it all through with them, you know, mustn't it?
Definitely. We're very open about everything we do here, and you know, we're very fortunate of the facilities that we have that, you know, our supporters have helped us to give the dogs, and we're also very open with all the owners that come into us for help, and we do offer them advice as well, because it is going to be quite an emotional thing to go through, having to gift your dog or your cat in. So we do offer other outlets, like directing them to mental health charities and stuff like that, and you know, we will keep in touch with owners, so if they did want to find out how the dog was doing, we'll let them know. So we very much try and support them in the best way that we can for them.
That's really important, I think, because as I say, sometimes it isn't their fault.
Exactly.
And that must be really hard, I think.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
and I think it's a brave person that will come to sort of say, look, Battersea, please help me. Sadly, I've got to move, or I've got to go abroad, or, you know, my landlord won't let me keep him anymore, you know, all of these things. And saying goodbye must... I couldn't imagine it, you know. It's just so, to keep in touch with them, I think it's a very kind thing to do.
Yeah, we offer it if owners would like to. We can definitely keep in touch and sort of let them know how they're doing, and we just try and reassure them as much as possible by being so open that they are getting the best care that they can get. You know, we are going to do everything we can to get them into homes and having the foster options, the kennels, the training that the staff get, and obviously having a great group of behaviourists and experts that work here. We can, you know, do everything we can to help them.
And then match them to their forever home on the sort of Battersea, you know.
Battersea dating, if you wish. Yeah. So we do that a lot, and like I say, it's something that's worked. It's worked for, you know, 3 million.
No, it makes sense, but it makes sense, absolutely. So with Bill, I mean, if anyone's listening that might like a medium-sized, deep russet ginger, there's going to be pictures of him and the Instagram reel I'm determined to make. So
he's a very handsome boy.
He is a very handsome boy. I think definitely part Labrador. It's got to be.
Definitely could be like red lab potentially, or just lab in general. Yeah. He's got a very similar build, just a smaller version. Hey, Bill.
Yeah, hey Bill. His tail's long though, isn't it?
He has got a long tail. He's only 10 months, so he has still got a little bit of growing.
How do you know that though?
So our vets will guess their age based on their teeth. We get a good condition. So his teeth are in very, very good condition. So they guess that he's around 10 months from his build, his teeth. They're very, very clever in that way.
And indeed, the tail might be long now, but if he's got a bit more to grow, then the tail will kind of go a bit more in proportion, perhaps, won't it?
Yeah, exactly. And he's developing really well. He's absolutely, mint condition, if you wish. He's stolen my heart, so I can't fault him. I'm quite biased.
No, it's lovely. It's lovely he's not afraid of people in whatever's happened to him, you know, because that can be more difficult, I would assume, you know, training a dog to like people and obviously then to get them to the level where they can go and live in a family home and cope with all of that. So, I mean, what would be the average time to sort of rehabilitate a dog that's come in that's had a bad time, you know, that obviously hasn't had much positive socialisation with humans?
Yeah. It can really depend on the dog. Every dog is completely different, and we treat them all individually. And because we don't have a time frame on any dog's stay, they can stay with us as long as they need to. We don't necessarily have a specific time. Our average stay for a dog is around about a month, maybe just under a month. Some dogs go really quickly. Some dogs may hang around for a while, depending on what they need. So it can really vary on each case by case as to what they require.
Yeah, no, of course, absolutely impossible to answer that question, really, in a way.
I wish I could give you
dogs have got so much. There's so much scope, isn't there? You know.
Oh yeah, definitely. And where we've got other facilities as well. We have other centres. Sometimes if a dog's staying here for quite a while, but they might benefit from more of a countryside location, we have our Brands Hatch Centre, so some dogs might go there or to Old Windsor, and vice versa. So we do have a lot of scope to give them, and if they need time, they get time.
That's
So-
brilliant, Lucy. Gosh, I think you've got one of the best jobs in the world.
I do love it. I mean, I've been here for about 9 years now, so it's I wouldn't change it at all.
No, amazing. Gosh. Well, thank you for sparing your time. So
No,
you're really
thank
busy.
you for visiting.
Not at all. And got to keep posted on Bill.
Yes, I'm
You know.
sure he will get out of here really quickly, and hopefully he can find a forever home.
It must be hard for you though, because you must get super attached.
Yeah. It's you definitely get certain, you care for every dog that's here, but certain dogs will always steal your heart. And I would say I've fostered 17 dogs and I kept one. It took me a while, but I did. And when we get any dogs that have to go that we're really attached with, it's understanding that they are getting the best care and they're going to the best home because of that matching system. So you send them home to live with these amazing families, and a lot of families will send us pictures. So
Yeah.
I still get pictures from dogs that I fostered from like 8 years ago. So it's lovely just to see them growing up and see them thriving.
No,
in new
the
homes.
rewards on that must be,
Yeah.
indescribable, really.
Yeah,
so, no,
definitely.
it's lovely. Well, Bill.
Hey,
Hey.
perfect.
Yes. Oh, I wish you could come home with me, but you can't really. My flat's full. We're full to the brim.
Oh,
We're full to the brim.
Thank you.
Already decided to adopt 2 cats from the other side over there.
yeah.
I love this one called Dodger.
Oh.
But he definitely, I've got a cat, so we can't have 2. Hey.
He'll find a forever home
Oh,
soon.
no, he
I
will.
really hope. So
he's got a very calm temperament. Look, he's interested in the pigeons.
he's very calm in nature. He just wants someone to go out for a walk with, come home and have a nap, and he will be quite content. So if
Yeah,
anyone can
perfect
offer
dog.
that, sold.
Perfect dog. Everyone listening, this is a perfect dog. But I'm sure there's lots of others looking for
There is.
homes. So
There's always a dog out there for everyone, and that's what we try our best to match up. So if you're ever thinking about it, if people ever decide to go for rescue, it's worth giving us a shout and going on our website, and we can see what we can do.
definitely, absolutely, definitely. Oh, Lucy, thank you.
It's all
and
right.
I hope to be kept posted on Bill.
I'm sure we can
Yeah.
keep you up to date for
Yeah,
sure.
no, I know. Look, Bill. Oh no, you're lovely. You are. You're a good boy. Yes, I think you are very good indeed.
Oh,
He's
bless
very
him.
good indeed.
He loves coming up to you for a cuddle, doesn't he? Look at
Yeah,
him.
no, I know.
Made a new friend, Bill.
I know I haven't even got any dog treats on me
Oh.
at the moment. I normally do.
I've got.
Oh,
Can
look.
see if he wants a
What's
biscuit.
it? A little
Do you want a
biscuit.
biscuit?
I'll take a biscuit.
Oh, little gentle biscuit.
It's
very
gentle.
gentle.
Yeah, but lots of listeners are listening.
No.
So this is it.
Yeah.
Bill the man. I used to know a bull terrier called Bill. I used to share an office with Bill the bull terrier. I know, with my own bull terrier.
Oh, bless.
Yeah, it was mad. But that's how we like it. Lots of dogs around.
Exactly. It makes everything better.
It does, definitely. Oh, well, thank you again, Lucy.
Not a problem at all. It's lovely to meet you.
That's our show, Mr. Binks. What did you think? Yes, I wish you'd come down with us, and then you could have met the lovely dog Bill yourself. Yes, you're right. It is time for Woof of the Week. Without doubt, it really has become morally mandatory to adopt, don't shop. Well, I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, go on, rate and review the show wherever you tune into your podcasts, because it really does make a massive difference. Thanks again to Lucy Stratton and the whole team at Battersea for giving us the time to go down and record. And yes, you've got it, all the links are in the show notes. Thanks again, of course, to Mike, my producer, for coming down to Battersea as well. Find out more about him at Pod People UK. And for me, check me out at Anna Webb Dogs on Instagram or annawebb.co.uk to find out a bit more about what I do, some packages you might be interested in. What's that, Mr. Binks? Yes, you're right. We will be back next week with our part 2 of visiting Battersea for Wear Blue for Rescue Month. And if you haven't already, go on, please subscribe. It's free, and that way you'll never miss another show. Bye for now.